Hello everyone, this is Vicky StitchNButton, and I am back for Flosstube number 90. Day late, today's Thursday the 23rd of September, which happens to be 20 days until Stitch West, and I can't wait. A bunch of us are looking forward to it. If any of you are going to be there, I probably don't know what you look like. So if I don't say hi, come over and say hi. I won't bite hard. It'd be great to meet everybody. So, I have another finish. I can't stand it. And then I have some stitching, and I've been working really hard on getting bags done, which is what I was doing yesterday and today. That's why my video is late, because I was just into doing the bags and not into doing the video. So, day late. I'm sure there was plenty for you guys to watch, so I'm not worried about it. I guess I should start with my finish. Okay, so when I signed up for the Crystal Academy thing and we had to choose our 4 whips, I wanted to make sure that I picked a couple that were pretty close to being finished or could be finished during the challenges. And I think I ended up with 3 of the 5 finished, which was good. This one is called Halloween Delivery. It is stitched on, I have the card here, on 28 count Lugana in the color Kaleidoscope, hand-dyed fabrics by Stephanie. And I used some of the called for colors, a couple of DMC. I substituted a couple for 6-strand sweets and one for Gentle Arts, so it's a mishmash of things, but I'm going to put this behind it. Here is my finish. I even ironed it because I had the ironing board out to do bags and figure I might as well iron it up real quick. When I last showed this, I only had to finish the crow and the sign and 4 stitches in the flower. So I got all that done and I'm happy with it. I think it needs to be framed or some kind of flat finish. One thing I did do when I was writing something on a piece of paper that was close to this, and I hit it with the pen. So I have to figure something out. I'm not going to sweat it. I'm not going to sweat it. It'll be fine. Even if I don't get it, it's not that horrible, right? Anyway, I'm happy with the finish. One more thing on the done pile. I don't even know how to fold this up. I need to roll it up into my project roll, probably. But that is done. And the bag I was holding it in was one of my Garon bags. Random piece of thread in this bag. So I had to put another spooky one in there. And that is my next whip. I'm going to show it is I-31. Get Up and Run from Prairie Moon. That's what it looked like. I saw Pam from Just Keep Stitching stitch this, and I thought this was really cool. I happened to be in an online shop, and they had it, so I ordered it. And I am stitching this one on Cauldron. It's 28 count Lugana from Picture This Plus. I was able to get that bottom row done. I was supposed to backstitch around the rat. I just don't feel like I need to. So he's just going to stay as is. I probably shouldn't have backstitched around the star either, but that's okay. I'm happy with my progress. I got the whole line finished, and I'm not sure when I'm going to pick it up again. I've been trying to think of a plan on how to work on my whips. I won't be joining up with the Crystal Academy thing again. When I do the challenge groups, I prefer to just have a challenge of stitching, not write a story or anything like that. It's just not my thing. And I mean, if you're into that, it's a good group to join, but I just, meh. So I don't want to do it after this. I have no idea how I'm going to work on my whips now, though. I'll figure it out. I've got a couple ideas bouncing around. The next one that I did work on, I put in 1,000 stitches on One Nation. This is from Bygone Stitches. I've been using the hashtag hashtag 1BA Nation, and I think hashtag 1 Nation Sal. And I have gotten, okay, so here's it all the way back here. Now what I actually stitched on is right in here. All this is right in here. I decided to move on down a little bit and do about 2 or 3 rows before I start moving the Q-snap back over. So Idaho and Colorado are done. Good bit on Washington, and I think this is Nebraska. This is stitched on 32 count Creekbed Brown from R&R in the called for colors. So if you're going to start this, make sure you go a shade darker, as one of my friends have found out, because now she's going to have to restart hers a shade darker because she didn't listen to me the first 12 times I said it. Alright, 9/11 came and passed. I worked on my hashtag remember 9/11 Sal. I started NYC Twin Tower scene from Stitch and Joel's design on Etsy. I am stitching it on 32 count Mirage from Picture This Plus. I was able to get in, I forget how many stitches. I forget. I think about 1,000 stitches, I think. Maybe. Or close to it. But I got a good bit in, so I was happy. I ended up, because of the way the pattern is, I didn't want to start in the upper left-hand corner, and I already had it all set up, so I just started in the bottom right-hand corner, which works because the water was there and I didn't have to do as much counting. And that's all that is all water I'm working on right now. I'm not sure when I'll pull it out again, because I'm not sure how I'm going to tackle all of my whips. It's fine. Everything will be stitched eventually. This is definitely not one that I'd chuck, so, or, yeah, lack of better terms, chuck, disassemble, UFO, screw it. No, I'll finish that one eventually. I think I showed this before, but I'm not sure that I showed all the progress. I think I worked on it more since my last video, but if not, oh well. Content. I worked on my Prairie Schooler Santa 2019, and this is the one that I'm stitching all the Santas on. I don't think I'm doing every last one of these Santas, but the ones that I like and or have, I have been stitching them on 32 count Dirty U from Dames of the Needle, and I'm using my own colorways, mostly Classic Colorworks, some DMC, and basically I based it off of, I want to use Cupid, now what else can I use with it? Because I'm not crazy about their colorway all the time. So I picked my own, and this is how far I've gotten. I know when I first picked this up to start on it again, only the buttons and like a leg were done, and some of his, I don't know, something in here, but there wasn't much done on that at all. So I got a good bit of them done. I think at least 750 stitches total. if not more, I'm not quite sure. So he's there to be worked on. And that is everything I've actually stitched on. What do I have left? I have my plans, my immediate plans. And I have my giveaway winners. And I have some new stuff. Alright, so I got some stuff in the mail since my last video. I got a box in the mail by my friend Diana. She sent me some fabric and she sent me some cool stuff. And out of all the cool stuff, I mean, she sent me this great post-it notepad. And when I saw the back, I knew it was a spool. I'm like, oh, how cool is that? Post-it notes. And then it was even cooler when I saw there was actually a little image on it. I was happy with it just plain white. Oh, I've got itchy nose. But the coolest thing out of everything she sent me some beads, she sent me some fabrics. Look at this container. She sent me this container because she sent me some beads that are, that look like candy corns. Hang on, I'll show you. So she put them in there. They look like little candy corns. And I just thought this was the coolest container. So when I had talked to her, she said she actually got these containers at Hobby Lobby. So if you have a Hobby Lobby, you can go in and see if they still have them. She said they had them in sets of 3, in a package of 3. So I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, you could use it for, because it's longer, I mean, you could use it for a needle case, but this would be great for a beading needle case because, you know, most of those beading needles are pretty long. So that's pretty cool. Or beads. So there's that. Anyway, I wanted to show that. And I got this great card from my friend Gina because it's a cow and she knows. And apparently her name is Connie Cow because it says it on the back. But she couldn't let this card pass up and had to send it to me. I love it. I'm going to put it up on my magnet board up there. I have a little bit of plans. I also have new needle minders in the shop. I'll show those real quick because they're on top. I got a sea turtle. I've got the Oompa Loompas doing YMCA. Is Mercury in retrograde? I don't know. I might have shown these. Did I show these? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. The Never-Ending Story. There's a penguin. Chicken butt. Guess what? When pigs fly. Choose kind. Big old sunflower. And this was on one of the projects I showed you. Working off my, for those that don't watch Doctor Who, that's adiposity. Which, the adiposity were fat molecules that they were sucking out of people's body. You gotta watch Doctor Who, what can I say? Anyway, those are new. And I got a piece of fabric. That's one of the things I got in the mail. And it started a snowball effect. So I ordered this fabric from Live and Die LA from Valerie. And it's gorgeous. It's Aurora Borealis. I wanted to make sure I said it right. So this is the piece of fabric. It's a fat quarter. Now, when I measured it, and I did message her, it was only 25 inches wide, or 25 and a half, and she said, double check, because I cut them all, and then I dye them so they shrink. I sat there, because Rita Marie made me, and I counted the holes, and lo and behold, it's going to fit, because according to the holes, it is what it is. So it's going to be a little bit smaller than 28 count, which is fine, because my plans are to do, I've already printed out my working copies of them, and I have the bead pack. I already had the bead pack. I want to do Gwen and Electra. Make sure I'm holding them right. And I want to put them facing each other. Now, Electra's slightly taller, which is fine. It's only by, I forget, I think it's like 6 stitches. So I need to start at the bottom, make sure that the bottom is correct. But where I'm gonna join them is at the moon. So where the moon ends, I'll make sure that that vine is the next stitch over from there. And if I do it that way, both of them will fit on this Aurora Borealis. I'll have plenty top to bottom, but I'll only have about 2.5 inches side to side. I counted all the holes. And I have the bead packs already. And I have the fabric, because I think it's going to look really cool. I'm going to put where the moon is. I'm hoping it should be around where that lighter spot is. It should be in that vicinity anyway. I'm pretty sure. I think. I mean, it's right there, right? So it should be around there. I have not pulled the threads for it yet. Sorry. And each one of these says it takes 3 skeins of 310 black. I don't know if it's a full 3 skeins or like 2 and some. That's a lot of 310. Good thing I have a spool. Alright. Next plans I have are, I did not jump on the bandwagon and buy the Twin Peak Primitives Halloween, I don't know what it's called, it's like a Halloween sampler type thing, but for Dark October stitching, I decided to join in on that, and I'm going to put in Halloween Town for it. I've already started it. I started a little while ago, and I've got this house roof in and started on that house roof. And this I'm stitching on, I put the paper in here, 32 count Lush Meadow from Dames of the Needle. So that's the fact. It shouldn't blend in too much, actually. I know it looks like it's gonna, but I think it's gonna be fine. It'll be fine, I think. I'll find out soon enough. I think it's fine. So I think that's what I'm going to do for my Dark October stitching, or 13 stitching, whatever, instead of doing the Twin Peaks. Because it's got houses in it, and it's Halloween, and I think it's close enough. That's that, and then I also want to work on, and so do some others, on my Poppy, because she's so close to being done. I didn't pull down her chart, it's over there. But basically what I have to do is fill this in here with some stitches and then do the bottom part of her dress. And then it's all backstitch and beading. So I can get her done, so that'll be another finish in my soon future. All these finishes, I'm going to do all these smaller ones, finish them, and then I'm going to have all these big ones and never have a finish again for the next 5 years. I know it. Or I'll start more small ones, right? I mean, there's possibilities. All right. So, as far as any other plans, I'm not sure. It's all up in the air. Right now, tonight, I'm going to do beading for these bags that I finished. So I'll have more bags coming to the Facebook group. Maybe tonight. If not, definitely tomorrow. So I'll be starting that. I have the new starts I know I want to start. One of them's my birthday start. One, I have a couple of different ones I'm starting. I just haven't figured out when I want to start them. They're just ready to go for when I pick one up. And I have, let me see if I can figure out real quick. 67, 66, minus 2, 4, 6. So I have 55, I'm down to 55 webs, which is not bad. I don't think that's bad. That's after taking the 2 heids off and finishing the few that I have. I have a couple of more that are pretty close to a finish, such as Poppy. I also have, what's the other one? Too Tight. I know I haven't stitched on that, and it wouldn't take much for me to stitch. It's just, the holes are so big, and it's not my favorite to stitch. It's not the pattern, I think it's the fabric that I chose. It's pushing me away from that. There are some others that I haven't worked on in forever, and I need to figure out a way to put in a few stitches on those I've sort of been avoiding for one reason or another, such as my Teresa Winsler. It's a lot of blends, so it takes a lot of willpower to want to stitch on that. The full coverage, most of them are a lot of confetti, and it's 1/1 on 25 count. There's other reasons that I don't know. Some are a lot of color changes. Some, I don't think, so far, I'm looking at my list here. There's none that I've looked at so far since I got rid of the heids that I'm like, I just don't like it so far. But taste change, right? I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll come up with something by my next video, which is in a couple weeks. And I think if I look, let me look at my calendar. After my next video on the 6th, I won't have another video until I come back from Stitch West. I still haven't figured out what I want to take to Stitch West. What is wrong with me? I guess I should take my Halloween Town with me. I mean, it is October. I don't know if I want to do Halloween all through October. I don't know. I guess you'll find out on the 6th what I've decided. It's just, I haven't, I talked about in my last video that, you know, my emotional gas tank was empty. I'm okay that way now. Now I'm just, I'm stitching, but I'm not married to anything in particular with it. I find that I'm sitting there going, what do I want to stitch next? No, I want to stitch on that. No, I don't want to stitch on that. But I do want to stitch. So, but I don't want to start a new thing either. You ever just get on your own nerves? I get on my own nerves. I really do. I don't know. I have the 2 winners. I did a drawing, and basically not everybody put fruits in, but I didn't say a specific word, I don't think. So I just took all of them, and any of them, I brought it up, and if it said anything about fruits, that would have been the winner. A couple of them didn't say anything about fruits, so I just spun again. And the 2 winners are Jane Sylvester. Jane, I don't have your address, so you're going to have to contact me either through Instagram or Facebook on the group. You can message me through there, or you can email me. The email's down below in the description box. The second winner is Bees and Tees Stitching. I have your address, Bees and Tees, Sebastian. I have your address. So I will send those out. I can probably send Tina's tomorrow. I don't know. When I get Jane's address, I'll figure it out. But I'll send those out as soon as I get the addresses situated and get them packed up. They're sitting here. It's these 2, in case you didn't know. And I'm getting all these messages coming through my thing now, and I wish it wasn't a drop down. Because it's definitely got me. It's got me not paying attention. As far as everything else, everything is good. I need to figure out what I'm going to pack. I need to buy pants. I mean, not that I don't have anything on from the waist down, but being in Florida, I wear a lot of capris and shorts, and I think I may have 2 pairs of pants that fit me. You know, they go all the way down to your ankles, and Utah is already starting to get slightly chillier than summer, where it doesn't do that here, and I don't want to freeze when I get up there. So I had to think about that. I have gotten some stuff together for my girls, and so I've been writing a list to make sure I have everything. I need to make sure I have everything packed because there's no running home real quick for it, not from Utah. So there's that. I figure, I mean, 20 days is not too far, but it's far enough for me to procrastinate enough not to worry about packing anything right now. Although I do need to make a list of maybe which projects I want to take. I have a feeling like I'm going to choose 1 or 2 and then maybe a last minute one type thing, because I don't think we're going to stitch that much. You know, you have all these grand plans, you're going to take 25, 30 whips, and you're lucky if you stitch 1. So, and with me flying, I don't think I'm going to take that many. So I'll take a couple. And I got to figure out which tools I'm taking. Somebody asked, you know, what tools I'm taking. I don't know. I have to figure out what kind of lighting they have. I mean, I have an outlight, but because I'm flying, it folds up. But because I'm flying, I don't want to take it. So I have a clip light thing that is USB chargeable. I can take that. I have a neck thing too. I didn't find it very bright. I know a couple. Maybe I just got one that wasn't up to par, but I didn't find it as helpful as I thought it might be. The clip light actually works better. I have another light that takes batteries, that takes AAA batteries, and it's pretty bright, but I think it eats batteries too much. I use rechargeables here for the house. I use it when I'm sewing because my older sewing machine, the light bulb blew, and I can't find a replacement light bulb right now, and I don't feel like searching around all over the coast for a light bulb, so I use, here I can reach it, I can show you. I might have gotten it from Amazon, and it didn't cost too much. It's this, and it gets bright, and it takes 3 AA batteries, but I use the rechargeable ones, and I'm not sure if it's because they're the rechargeable ones, they don't last a really long time, but with them being rechargeable, who cares? You just throw them back in the charger and get the next set out, because I did get enough so I could swap them out and charge while I'm using, so that's good. I don't know. I guess I'm done. I guess I'm rambling, and it's all good. Keep an eye out on the group. I still have some other bags from the last batch in there, and I do plan on either tonight or definitely tomorrow adding more bags, new bags. I have some Halloween and some others. I got some fall, and I'll have more Halloween probably with the next batch. I need to see if I can't get the next batch done before I go, or pretty darn close to right after I get back from Stitch West. We'll see. I hope everyone is doing well. And don't forget, don't let anyone steal your sunshine. See you in a couple weeks.